Always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Well, well done, Hull City, for knocking Sunderland out of the Carabao Cup. Did you deserve it? On penalties, yes, but in 90 minutes, Sunderland were by far the better side. We controlled the full match. Hull didn't have one clear-cut chance on goal. Sunderland had at least 5, and Hull should have been dead and buried in the first 30 minutes. Simple as. But Phil Parkinson chose this side today. Decided to go with Lee Burge in goal. Right in the centre of the centre-backs. Flanagan, left-hand side of the centre-backs. Willis, right-hand side of the centre-backs. Then we had Power and Dobson in the centre. Then we had Hume, left-hand side. O'Nien, right-hand side. Maguire, Grigg and O'Brien. Now I'm going to go through the players one by one. Burge in goal. As he was running outside the box, his kicks out were poor. They were going straight out. Pardon me. But apart from that, he came for some really good crosses and he saved the ball well. So he did quite well. Didn't save any penalties. But Hull's penalties were perfection. Absolutely beautiful penalty takers from Hull. I have to give credit where credit's due. And every one was in the bottom corner. And to be fair, there's not many keepers would save those. But in defence, Wright did really well. He was great in defence. We had nothing to really worry about in defence, to be fair. Willis did well. Flanagan was the poorest man on the pitch. He couldn't pass the ball. And the one thing I hate the most, and I'm going to say this now, I really hate it, because we passed the ball absolutely beautifully today. We passed the ball really well. We showed some fantastic sublime touches. We controlled the game. But when we hoof the ball forward, and there's players like Flanagan who consistently hoofs the ball forward, Willis, sometimes Power, O'Nien, to hoof the ball forward, it is absolutely shocking. We lose it every single time. If we hoof that ball forward today 10 times, we lost that ball 10 times. That's the one thing. Phil Parkinson is a manager, and I don't believe, I don't think he will take away from this match and will learn about hoofed football. We cannot hoof the ball forward and pass the ball. We don't have the sizable men out there, the 6'6" people to get the ball down. We have Will Grigg, we have Luke O'Nien, who are small players, with no disrespect to them, but the defenders are massive. Denver Hume, small player. And why do we constantly hoof the ball forward? It's beggars belief. It's unbelievable. Phil Parkinson, if he wants to grow from this match, there's 2 things he's got to learn. First thing, stop hoofing that ball forward. It's ridiculous. Because if we take away that part of the game, we were fantastic apart from that, passing the ball. We hardly lost the ball in the first half. It was great. Power and Dobson. Dobson was more of a holding midfielder, where Power did some lovely combinations with Hume. And that's what I want to take away from this game today. The combinations on left-hand side, Power to Hume. Nice 1-2s, nice small passing, integrated passing. It was lovely passing, no hoofed football. And that's when it worked well, because then Hume could cross the ball in the box. But we don't have big players in the box to put the ball in the back of the net. So that there is saying to me, we need to get the ball on the ground and pass it through the middle. I thought Willis and O'Nien and Maguire, they passed the ball on the ground really well. Until Willis decides to hoof the ball forward, then we lose the ball. We give it back to Hull. We may as well say, Hull City, there's the ball. I'm gonna pass it to you now, but you control in your half. That's where it's going to go. Keep hold of the ball. Here we go. Keep boot the ball. It goes straight to them. Because hoofed ball doesn't work. It's the worst part of football. Hoof football. It's shocking. The only time you hoof it, when you're in defence in the penalty box to clear your lines, then you hoof it anywhere to get outside the penalty box. Maguire's free kicks were lovely today. He put some nice balls in the box. We had good opportunities. We had the likes of O'Nien, Luke O'Nien, A lovely free kick from Chris Maguire. Floated the ball in. Luke O'Nien beat his man. He was being pulled back, mind. His shirt was getting ripped off his back. But Luke O'Nien got in front of his man. It was from me to you away. And he headed the ball down straight to the keeper with an open goal opportunity to put us 1-0 up. Before that, Chris Maguire, the ball came to Maguire on the penalty spot. Penalty spot. Anywhere, right hand side of the goal. It was 1-0 to Sunderland and he put it wide. O'Brien, some lovely control, beating 3 men with some fantastic Bergkamp style control of the ball, flicking the ball round, turning and beating his man. He put, I think, Will Grigg through that opportunity, but Will Grigg was too far out. But then again, O'Brien got the ball again inside the penalty box and he had to beat the keeper and he fluffed his lines to the left. We scored 2 goals. One cross came over from Maguire. It hit Luke O'Nien on the foot. It rolled up his arm to the other bit. And it went over. And I think it was Willis headed the ball in the back of the net. 1-0 up. Disallowed for O'Nien's handball. It was accidental. Probably should have been disallowed. Then in the second half we scored a perfectly good goal. Great play. Was it O'Nien? Was it O'Nien? Dobson, O'Nien, Maguire. Back to O'Nien. Crosses the ball over. Will Grigg beats his man, gets in front of his man, puts the ball past the keeper. And for me, it was in line with the defence. But the referee, the linesman, said offside. Linesman, you had a shocking game today. Sunderland were all over Hull like a rash. We controlled 90 minutes. 80 of the 90 minutes we controlled. How we didn't win that game. And I said it in my live stream. We've controlled the game that easy, that well, had that many opportunities. We're going to get beat at some point with a one-off goal, a one-off chance from Hull or penalties. And that's what it came to. It went to penalties. Phil Parkinson, right? Phil Parkinson. Phil Parkinson, this for me was the first test of your managerial decisions of the start of the season, and you failed. Phil Parkinson failed today. I can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to play almost his first 11, see how they do, see how they fare in a one-to-one situation, and they fared well, but we couldn't break open Hull. And the only way we're going to break open Hull is if we have Will Grigg on the pitch like he was today. And for me, for the first 90 minutes, Will Grigg was man of the match. But we need someone to put the ball on the ground through the defenders, split open the defence so he can peel away and slot the ball home. And we haven't had it today because there's nobody that can do that on the pitch. There's only one person on Sunderland's paycheck that can split open opposition's defence, and that's Dan Neil. And we've missed an absolutely world-class opportunity today to play Dan Neil, to give him an opportunity against League One opposition. There's no point waiting till Aston Villa on Tuesday night against a rubbish cup match that nobody cares about, that Phil Parkinson doesn't give a toss about, because he played Dan Neil, and if Dan Neil plays fantastic, he still won't promote him to League One. Today was Dan Neil's opportunity to be put on the pitch against Hull City, a top 6 side in League One, and show us what he can do. But Phil Parkinson bottled it. He bottled it big time today. Absolutely bottled it, and you failed. Phil Parkinson, you failed. We're out of the cup, which is I'm not bothered about. I'm just so disappointed you failed. I'd rather lose today, play Dan Neil, give him his opportunity, and see what happens. We might have won 3-0. He might have cut open the defence 2 or 3 times. Will Grigg hat-trick? We'll never know, because you didn't give Dan Neil the opportunity, Phil Parkinson. Pointless exercise today. Absolutely pointless. The only thing you can take away with today is that players are getting fitter for the start of the season. But we've learned nothing apart from Hume and Hume and Power play well together. Man of the match, Will Grigg. He was chasing everything. He won balls he shouldn't have won. He scored a goal that shouldn't have been disallowed. He did everything he could do with the rubbish, I'm going to say this again, man, rubbish, absolute garbage balls he was given. He was given nothing apart from one from Luke O'Nien, and that was it. one opportunity. It was fed scraps during the game. And we've learned nothing today. We've learned nothing. It's an absolute pointless exercise today. Yes, the players are getting fitter and they're getting stronger. O'Brien looked good on the ball. He looked well, but couldn't finish the ball. Power looked better as a captain. Linking well with Hume. Wright was strong. Willis was strong. Dobson, so. Passed the ball, lost the ball 1 or 2 times. Hume was good. Better today. 09. But we need the player on the pitch who can thread. What was the point of bringing Gooch on today? Really, what was the point? Phil Parkinson, you tell me, what was the point of bringing Gooch on today? What have you learned? We know what Gooch can do. We don't know what Dan Neil can do with Will Grigg up front. What was the point of bringing Gooch on last 20 minutes? Really, Phil Parkinson, what was the point? It's a pointless exercise today. I am so disappointed. I'm not bothered about us losing in penalties. Well done, Hull. I'm just so appointed we've learned nothing. It went to penalties. Will Grigg got the ball, walked up the penalty spot. It was the worst penalty of the day. Nonchalantly, he thought he could just put it down the middle of the goal with no power, and it hit the keeper's legs and he was saved. Apart from that, every other penalty was brilliant. Every Hull City's penalty was absolutely fantastic. And the Sunderland penalties from Power, from 09, from Charlie Wyke and Gooch were brilliant as well. So at the end of the day, we've lost on penalties. It's not the end of the world. We're out of the cup. We can concentrate on the league. Yes, we can. I wouldn't mind being able to concentrate on the league. It wouldn't bother us about concentrating on the league if I'd seen what Dan Neil can do. But now we're going to go to the cup match during the week. Well, Phil Parkinson probably won't even watch it. Probably won't even learn anything from Dan Neil's show on Tuesday night. So the season started. And the only negative thing out of this season so far is Phil Parkinson. So there we go. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry it's all doom and gloom, but it's not. Because if that was a league match, we would have won a point today. We would have gotten a point against Hull, where we should have gotten 3 points because we were the better side. But I can understand Phil Parkinson doing this in a league match, but in a cup match where we've lost on penalties. We had nothing to lose today. We could have found out so much more by playing Dan Neil. Found out so much more. So much. We could have learned so much today. And we've lost the opportunity. Phil Parkinson bottled the opportunity. Right, there we go. I'm going to stop waffling on. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching the live stream. And I said one more thing I was going to do. If anybody is a good footballer, support Sunderland over the ages of 18, and you enjoy these videos, I'm going to give you a link to chat to somebody about football, where you could play for the side we're in at the Stadium at some point in the future. You have a good chance, you really do. If you're good at football, you give your details to Carl Stewart, and Carl Stewart will keep them logged to one side in case he needs somebody in a position. And the guy is, the Twitter account is at Carl86Stewart. At Carl86Stewart. He has won the opportunity to play at the Stadium of Light. We have 8 players so far. We need another 8 more. Have you got what it takes? Can you play football and you love Sunderland and you want to play at the Stadium of Light? Are you good in goal? Are you good in defence? Are you good in midfield? Give Carl Stewart a tweet. Give him a message. And he'll keep you to one side and he might call on you if we're short of players. So there we go. Thanks for watching the video. Well done, Carl Stewart. You're an absolute star. Right, thanks a lot. See you later and take care. Enjoy your weekend. It's all about enjoying your weekend. I've enjoyed my afternoon, even though we've lost. And I'll probably be stressed to bits. See you later.